Hi everyone, it's Susan here again. Um, Today I'm going to talk about mental health. I know it's quite a taboo subject, mental health, but I feel I want to talk about my mental health story and how long I've had it and why I've had it. I'm not going to go into a huge, massive story about the ins and outs because some of it is a bit deep and it is a little bit personal about little subjects. Well, it's not little, it's quite big, but um, I don't really want to talk much about it just now. I will go into a story about it another time and I will make a video about it another time. But I'll just talk to you about my mental health and my story. Oh, here goes. My mental health started when I was probably 15. I probably had it younger, but I'm not being subtle about little things here, I just don't want to talk about bits and pieces. But my mental health really started when I was about 15, 16. I didn't really talk much about it to my family. I'm sorry if I'm saying all the time and pausing. Is quite a huge subject to talk about, people's mental health, and especially when this is quite global, because obviously I'm on the internet, I'm speaking about it, so everybody gets to see it and hear it. So bear with me and I'll try and talk to you about my story. As I said, mine started when I was about 15, 16, and I blocked it all up, and I never talked about why I became depressed. And I know teenage things, your hormones and all that, and peer pressure and teenage life, but my depression was deeper than that. Like I said, I know teenagers get depressed, but mine, like I said, mine was deeper than that. I took an overdose when I was 15. And my family were none of the riser of it. And it wasn't until I was in my 20s. I was getting counselling for stuff, and then I'm sorry, I'm saying all the time. I'm a bit nervous talking about my mental health, but I want to at the same time. My depression reached to, I suppose you could call it a dangerous point, because obviously I was suicidal and that, but I became anorexic. I wasn't in hospital because of my anorexia or anything like that. I gave up. I gave up on myself, and I gave up on life. I moved away from home quite a lot. Excuse me, I've got a bit of cold, I think. I moved to places in Ireland, like I lived in Dublin for quite a while. Don't know if anybody who's not from Ireland watching this, or obviously people in the UK know where Dublin is and that. I lived in a place called Limerick for quite a while. I just wanted to get away from home. I'm not saying I came from a troubled background, I didn't. To to the extent that, you know, I was a troubled child or anything like that. I wasn't. I just wanted to find me, and I felt if I moved away from home and got a new life for myself, but that didn't happen. I didn't find me. I actually went deeper and deeper and deeper into my depression. And cutting out a long story short, you know, throughout my life, you know, obviously I had boyfriends and all that, but then when I was in my mid to late 20s, I found an absolute hero, an angel, whatever you want to call him, who is now my husband. He actually saved me. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. I'm getting away from my story about depression. But anyway, yeah, he saved me actually. But with my depression, obviously I was suicidal and I had my eating disorder. I also, obviously I've suffered from anxiety and all that. I also suffer from a condition, it's a condition that's called trichotillomania. For anybody that hasn't heard about it, it's a condition where it's actually self-harm. It's a condition where people pull their hair. Yeah, I pull my hair and I've been doing it for years and I'm still doing it to this day. I've been doing it since I was probably in my middle 20s. Sometimes I don't realise I'm doing it. Sometimes, obviously, I know I'm doing it and I might pull, I wouldn't say I pull clumps of hair out of my hair. Obviously it's, pardon me, it's quite a lot and it's left a lot of damage. I'm going to show you. This is quite big for me to do this. I mean, as you can see, that's the side of my hair. It looks like it's been cut or shaved. It's not. It's constantly pulling, and there's little strands here and there, but yeah, I'm trying to let it grow, which anybody that suffers from trichotillomania is impossible to say I'm trying to let it grow, because I could go for weeks without actually pulling my hair and it might start to grow back. I'm realising now I need a hair colour. It might grow back and then I think, there's a bit of hair that needs pulled, and I pull and I forget to stop. So yeah, I've been thinking with that for years. A lot of people that suffer from trichotillomania, as I said, pull their hair. They also might pluck their eyebrows to the extent that they've got none. I did that years ago. I did pluck my eyebrows till I had nothing, and your eyelashes as well. Yeah, they're starting to grow back now as well. This is actually a big thing for me to talk about this and show you. I know I'm showing it to absolutely everybody. People I don't know, obviously, strangers looking at this, but if I want to help spread awareness, and anybody that's experienced the same as me, maybe it might help somebody. I don't feel why I should be shy about it. I don't want to be shy about it, but obviously it's a big thing. Yeah, showing, I've never done that before. Obviously my family know and all that, but I've never done that before, but as I said, I don't want to be shy about it. I want to help whoever is experiencing the same, and think that they're alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. Um, don't ever feel that anybody is alone in this world, because there's always somebody there for someone, regardless what monsters are talking inside our head and saying there's nobody there for you, you're alone, you're this and that. You're not. So anybody that is going through depression just now and maybe might want to talk to somebody, if anybody wants to talk to me, I don't mind. You know, I might not be good at advice, but I'm a good listener. I'm really good listener. Yeah, just that's with my trichotillomania. I was seeing a psychologist for years and years, and I didn't, at the end, I didn't really find him any good. And I suppose when I think back, because I didn't find him any good at the end, I'm thinking that maybe my depression wasn't as deep as what I thought, and that's why I wasn't finding him any good, because I don't know, because I was opening up to these things a bit more, maybe. I don't know. Obviously, I still have my depression, and I still have my anxiety, and I still have my suicidal thoughts. I put up a video yesterday about how I coped with going through the coronavirus. I had the coronavirus for a few weeks. It was only mild to moderate symptoms. I'm not going to go back into the story again. If you want to watch the video from yesterday, and then I put up a video last week about because I'm blind, and obviously that affected my depression even more. I lost my sight. I was registered partially sighted 2 years ago. I was born blind in the left eye, but I'm not going to go into that story because I've already put a video up about it. But yeah, me being blind and recently losing my sight, I lost it completely in February this year. That affected my depression even more, and as I said, I was suicidal and stuff. But I've not really been to counselling or anything like that about my depression. I'm just trying my best to get onto it day to day, minute by minute, hour by hour. But when you're a mammy and a mother and a wife and a daughter and a sister and a friend and whatever else I am to other people, you've got to take that extra little step that you don't want to take, but you've got to take it. I'm on medication for my depression. I'm on tablets called fluoxetine. I've been on medication since I had my first child, or before it. I've been on sertraline, and I can't remember the other ones, but that was my first one I was put on. I was also in a mother and baby unit in Glasgow. It was a hospital. It was called Southern General. It was the old Southern General Hospital. Then it's been built now. It's a new one has been built. Yeah, I was in a mother and baby unit. I was in it for 4 weeks with my youngest, because my youngest, well, when I say our youngest, my husband's and mine, he came 2 months early, and he was severely well, when I say severely, it might be an exaggeration, but he was very, very small. He was really, really small, and I couldn't handle that. I couldn't handle the fact that even though I had a baby already, we had a 10-month-old baby on top of a newborn. Yeah, I know. And I couldn't handle the fact that he was so small. I didn't know what to do, even though I was a mother already. It wasn't that I rejected him or anything that by all means, no, I didn't reject him. I was afraid to hold him because he was so small, and I got into a depression about that as well, and my moods were all over the place. Obviously, just after having a baby as well, and we had just moved over here. Obviously, my husband is originally from Scotland. I'm not. I'm from Ireland, and we had just moved over 6 months before that. Maybe, I can't remember. I was 9 weeks pregnant with Dylan when we moved over here, and we had a 6-month-old baby. And obviously he came early, so we weren't obviously expecting him to come. Anyway, I'm getting away from. Yeah, my depression has been mild to moderate to really severe. There's times I don't want to get out of my bed. And there's times I feel like a useless mother because I can't get out of my bed well, obviously they're teenagers now. I can't get my kids ready for school. They can help themselves now and get ready themselves. And before that, when they were younger, my husband was doing it all. And, excuse me. Yeah, I felt really useless, and there's times I still do. Because obviously, excuse me, I'm blind now, and I'm completely blind, and I'm not looking for a sympathy story or anything like that. I'm just telling you how it is. Obviously I can't cook, I can't, and I know you probably think, well, there's blind people that can do a lot of things. Maybe that's their choice to learn things. It's not that I don't want it, I can't. I am completely blind, I can't see a thing, and I don't even know if I'm holding this camera up to my face. I don't know, but hey, the weather as well can affect my depression. I don't know if anybody else has experienced that. See, when it's lovely and sunny, obviously people that don't have depression, obviously the sunshine brings out that good feeling in you, but like I said, the weather can affect my moods. Yeah, I don't really want to go into the main reason why I've been depressed, because I don't want to talk about it just now. I will talk about it at another point on a video. But yeah, like I said, I've had it for years. So I don't know what to say anymore about my depression. Obviously being blind has, I think I've mentioned this already, really had an impact on my depression. But I've got my husband and my children to think about, and I've got, I'm in my mid-40s. I'm not going to say exactly what age I am, but I'm in my mid-40s, so I still have quite a bit of life left in me, and I felt obviously I've wasted a bit of my life because of my depression, and that's not my fault, really. And because I'm blind now, I don't want to miss out on anything else. I already don't see faces anymore. I see nothing actually, and I'm missing out on things like that as well. And I try not to dwell on, oh, you're missing out on this and you're missing out on that. I try not to dwell on that too much, even though it's hard. But you know, for the kids' sake, for their mental health as well as my husband's mental health as well. He's my full-time carer. You know, it's hard on him too, but you just have to get on with as much as you can. I would leave it at that, and if anybody wants to comment on or maybe I'm on Facebook, if anybody wants to private message me, my name is Susan Barr. If anybody wants to private message and talk about their depression, if they don't want to comment, I'm here to help. I'm all ears. If anybody wants to leave a comment, by all means you can. You know, don't bottle up about depression. Talk about it, because that's what eats and away. Yeah, you're just bottling it up and not talking about it. I would like to be able to try and help people as much as I can. And like I said, I might not be able to give the right advice, but I'm a good listener. And if, like I said, if anybody wants to private message me or comment below, you can. I hope I haven't bored anybody. I'm talking about my depression or anything like that. I try to explain as much as I can. I'm not a very good explainer about things, but when I talk, I kind of ramble on about stuff, and then I'll go back to the same thing again. But anyway, I will leave it at that, guys. And if you want to talk about anything, just like I said, leave a private message on my Facebook or comment down below, or even just to to acknowledge that you've watched my video or something. Just don't think that anybody's alone in this world, because you're not. Okay, right, I'll leave it at that, and I will talk to you again. Okay, bye. Cheerio, bye.